Hello, my makeup loving friends. How's it going? It's been another week and we have a whole chunk of new makeup releases to talk about. Elena is back and more glittery than ever. Of course, she has. Look, out on us all. You know
Fabulous.
the general drill. Go follow her. I have put down her channel down below along with her Patreon. I am a Patreon of her. She is fabulous. She has Fridays are a drag, where she does drag makeup. It's bananas. It's brilliant. And this week we also have Daniela. Daniela has just started her own YouTube channel and I friggin' adore her. She's crazy talented. So you will learn lots of stuff with her at the moment. She is doing lives on Saturday. So that's right.
It's every 6 p.m. Saturday night.
So you have time. Put it into your diary. It's on today. Go, get your snacks in because she'll be on for a while. Join us. You know who I am, hopefully. If not, hello. Hi, I'm Teresa. I do F all here. We have one quick little general announcement. Laura Geller has made a move to state that they are using models now that are over the age of 40 and they will exclusively be using models over the age of 40. Friggin' za. I think that's really a nice move because in an industry that is so horribly ageist, to see somebody actually try and do something about that, well done.
Her product line makes sense with that move as well.
Yeah, of all of the brands to do, I think they're the one that makes the most sense. So like, well done, Laura Geller. Well done, well done. I have so many people to thank. I got so many tags, and I love it. Like, it makes me so happy. So, sharp intake of breath. Let me gather myself. A big thank you to Brianna, Becky, Ali, Samantha, Gillian, Hannah, Brogan, Matty, Missa, Tia, Rebecca, Lucy, Chrissy, Sarah, Jenny, Kerry, Jade, Missy, Paula, Beth, Angela, Charlotte, Anna, Mary, Pi of Pidonia, Franca, Amina, Daniela, Gina, Massa, Cairo, Haley, Shanna, Annie, Aliyah, Callie, Dawn, Chris, Svetlana, and Sue. Thank you
Wow.
so much. You know, the general drill here is that when you guys tag me in content, that basically dictates what it is that we end up talking about. So you guys really dictated some interesting stuff this week. Huge thank you, as always, to my Patreons for all of your fantastic support. It's weird and it's wonderful in our group, and I really
love you.
I love you too. And in saying that, it is also time for me to say a happy birthday to Angela and to Laurie. I hope you have or had a fabulous, fabulous day and ate lots of cake.
Oh, I love cake.
Yeah. So our theme this week was essentially iridescent disco ball. It was chosen by Daniela because she can choose what she wants. But obviously we have done this look and some of my Patreons have done it as well. So I'm going to show you their looks along with their Instagram tags, handles. So go check that out. Again, they are annoyingly talented. So F them all. They terrible. I hate them. They need to be less talented because it's really not good for my self-esteem. But we're going to get straight into it in terms of what you guys tagged me in. And I assume that this first one, I know when you guys are trying to trigger me. And I think this is one of the triggers.
I hate it.
It's terrible. This is Revolution Pro. It's their Moments eyeshadow and it's 6-pan palette. There's 4 different styles, apparently. I love when they release something and they're like, this is £10 and now it's £8. And I'm like, you don't even have confidence in your new launch to keep it at its original price for long enough. This is terrible.
It looks
Dollar
so
Tree. It's Dollar Tree.
She's not wrong. Like, it does feel like something you would find in, like, those bins, those like bins of makeup that you kind of go, oh, I give that to my 3-year-old. That's what it looks like.
Looks like what you'd find in your grand's drawer.
No, it's terrible.
Like, it already looks like so out of date. Like, it's so dated.
Yeah.
That I'm like,
very dated.
Inspired. And this is Revolution Pro. Usually they do relatively interesting stuff, or at least their stuff is really good quality. So I'm like, what are you doing, lads?
You know, I think the mistake was packaging. If they just made a package a little better, like a top, more like a gold, and put the 6, 3, and 3, like on top of 3, like a different shape, it would look different.
Yeah, I probably would be like semi-drawn to the green one in that sense,
Yeah.
and then maybe the purpley one. But the way that it is packaged just makes it look so
Yeah.
dated.
It looks like it's all
package-
shimmers as well.
It looks very 90s and not in a fun nostalgia way.
Exactly. Yep.
Looks like it stinks when you open it.
God forgive me, but
Oh,
it's
then the yellow one's found.
Yeah.
Shit.
yeah, but it looks like something that you used to get like in like those Avon catalogs.
Yeah, I can smell that as well. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, cheap.
The
plastic.
library is open, children.
They're getting reached for.
Like even Claire's accessories makeup looks better than this.
Yeah. When Claire's accessories makeup is more sophisticated than your own line, you really need to take a good hard look at yourself. This is not good. This is, I mean, look, we've gone from bad to arguably worse. Now, we sneak peeked this a while ago. So if you're having flashbacks or deja vu, it's not just because Too Faced are horribly repetitive and can't come up with anything new, although that is true. But we did sneak peek this a while ago, but now it is officially a thing. And I'm like, you had a chance to not make this be a thing. This is
You
their
had one job.
You had one job, lads. Look, the eyeshadow palette is $45. They have this lip injection thing for $29, and they have a bronzer for $32. You guys tagged me in this an awful lot, and I know why. Like, there's nothing good to say. Like, putting the bland into Jared Blandino. Like, that's just what he does. And I'm like,
I've always thought that Jared Blandino and Jefferson Starship
Yeah.
look like cartoon villains
They
quite
do,
often.
Yeah, but I'm so confused with Too Faced because they either do like really cutesy packaging of like, oh look, it's a unicorn, it's a Sandra, it's a whatever, and then they're like, oh but look, it's better than sex, and I'm like, what are you doing?
And it's the flakiest mascara as well. It's
This
so
looks
fun.
like our Heart Revolution release, like a little cute teddy bear, as cheap as a revolution.
I think the palette looks like the Be Perfect Manifest palette.
Yeah.
It's got that pink in it and that
Don't
weird marble
insult
shade.
the Be Perfect Manifest palette. That is far more interesting.
It's just the color story looks a bit similar with the one pink and the mustard and
But like dialed down.
yeah.
Like, you know how you can like edit photos to like decrease or increase saturation? That's what they've done.
It's like pastelized.
God, it's just, I don't want to talk about it anymore, but you guys dictated it, so here it is. Thanks. I am sending you my therapy bill for this. Then, oh God, I forgot I put this in. Again, you guys tagged me in this merciless. I hate you, but I also love you. This is Jeffree Star's F-Proof mascara. Now, I was explaining this to my partner, and I was like, okay, so he has put out this thing, and he like his ad, and oh, it's been removed from Instagram because it's such high fashion. I'm like, no, it isn't. It's
Just plain up, straight up rude.
like, it's just porn. It's soft porn. And then I was kind of explaining the concept to my partner, and I was like, I don't know, because apparently if you have sex too much, your mascara runs or whatever, and this is meant to be sex proof. And he was like, that concept is interesting. So then I'm like, maybe it's that all men have a thing about lashes and mascara and associating it with sex. Because this isn't the first time that we've seen brands kind of go, oh, mascara, sex. You know, we have Benefit with their Bad Gal Bang. Like, come on now. We have Too Faced and their Better Than Sex mascara. But this one, Jeffree, everyone
He really took it there.
Yeah, he did. The packaging is different. He always goes all out with his packaging. And I look at that and I'm like, that's an awful lot of waste. Like, at the end of the day, it's just a mascara.
I will say this, if he had a different name and got rid of the tail whip end and had it like that sort of pleated cover with the red text, that would be cool by itself.
Yeah.
I don't hate the design, I just think it's so him.
Yeah.
It's just, you couldn't get more obvious. It's
Very
one
on
of those,
brand.
it's very Marmite, this product. You either all for it or you really want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, for whatever reasons. And I'm not even going to get into the reasons for wanting it or not wanting it on certain terms, but it's not for me. I'm not a big mascara person anyway. I'm not like, oh, just
I like the packaging, but it's just whose name is attached to it, you know?
yeah, that's fair. And from one mascara to another, this is Dragon Beauty and her explicit mascara. Because,
Again,
like
with
I
the
said,
name.
if you're putting anything near your eyes, it needs to be sex proof. Like, what's going on? Like, is everyone okay? You can tell they used to be friends because they're obviously thinking along the same lines. I mean, I'm not big into Nikita Dragon either. And like I said, I'm not really into mascaras either. So I'm just like looking at this kind of going,
I saw the demo today on Nikita's Instagram and it looks like such a basic mascara. It's nothing special.
And she charges a lot for her stuff. Like even
Yeah, like it's all overpriced.
Yeah.
Massively overpriced.
yeah, like her weird egg eyeshadow palettes were like what, $24, and it was like
It looks like kids' makeup. Like, why?
But this is the thing. This is the meshing of the weird aesthetic of like, is it kids makeup or is it for adults? Because then you're coming up with very adult themes in the same way that Too Faced does. And I'm like, just choose. Are you going to do cutesy stuff or are you going to be all like, things? Just call your next lipstick penis and be done with it. Like, the subtlety is clearly not their thing.
I like the packaging, but then, who cares?
Yeah. But like that's the thing, it's just mascara. Like just go down,
Exactly.
get yourself an
They all perform the same, pretty much all perform the same, except for a few, like a bad girl bang. That one's good.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like it takes a lot to get a really decent mascara. Most of them all perform the same, whether it's $4 or it's
I've always said mascara is very preferential to the person, and everyone has different lashes, different eye shapes. You want a bigger one, smaller one, depending on what your eye shape is, hooded, whatnot.
Yeah.
So, I think charging an arm and a leg for a mascara is daft because it's already been proven scientifically that in regards to formula, mascaras tend to stay the same, whether it's high end or low end. There's other things you want to put your money into, but for some people, it's the name and the brand.
Yeah.
So,
and particularly with something like mascara, which you have to replace every 3 to 6 months.
Exactly, and it's expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I mean, let's face it, I am a big makeup hoarder, but I am very specific about throwing out my mascara after the allocated time because I'm blind enough as it is. I don't need to do any more damage to myself. Like, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's some unnecessary overpriced mascaras. Let me know if you've gotten them. I'm interested. Okay, this next one, I got tagged in this a lot. And this is Artist Couture, and they're coming out with 2 new face palettes. I'm not gonna get into the whole thing around, they clearly are only suited towards certain skin tones. The thing I want to talk about is the swatches, right? Because as soon as you get down to the dark arm, suddenly the swatches look so entirely different to the point that they don't look like they refer to the same palette at all. What is going on?
Yeah, bad Photoshop.
Like, I hate it when brands do that. It is so disingenuous. It is just, it's $34. Just show it as it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I love Artist Couture.
Yeah.
Like, how much I love Cocoa Bling. I'd actually use that palette, the more peachy one with like the coral and the bright orangey shade. I think that looks beautiful, but I agree, please show the swatches true to color on an actual person, not Photoshop them on, because you can see that they've just added swatches and then turned down the opacity.
And the thing is, like, I do like those color stories. I think they're really pretty.
They're really pretty, and the packaging's gorgeous too.
Yeah, I think this is really nice. I wouldn't be able to use every color in it, but like it is what it is, like whatever. But I'm really confused then when I look at the swatches, because obviously swatches really tell you a good story about what they look like, and I can't trust those swatches, so I don't actually know what the colors are. And that's pretty basic.
I mean, I understand that in Manny's latest for Lunar Beauty, he photoshopped eyeshadow on models because of COVID.
Yeah.
Like he made that very clear.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this could be a similar situation, which I'm willing to forgive if I see good enough like reviews afterwards.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a point worth making as well.
Yeah. That's actually a really, really good point. Yeah. I just wish that they were a little bit more upfront on these things, or maybe say
Agreed.
that, like, just make it really clear to the user or to the consumer exactly what's going on. Because I think they're really pretty looking palettes. Like, I probably wouldn't pay $34 for them, but like,
Nope.
they're pretty.
I don't get really excited about the blush and the bronzer. It's like, how many blushes and bronzers do you need?
This is Sigma's a blending brush set. It's their deluxe blending brush set. It's $122 and it has, is it 9 different brushes in it? And I think it's on Beauty Bay now for like £93. I have a
Ooh.
lot of Sigma brushes. Oh Sweet Merciful Zeus, I love them so much. Like, I always have them nearby. Like, you can't, like, look at these. You wouldn't even know that I use these to absolute death. They look like they're brand new.
Yeah.
They
I
were,
have some Zoevas and Sigmas, and they're both like that. Had them years, and they keep.
yeah, they're pricey, but they are an investment. Like, if you want to have brushes that you're like, okay, I want to be able to still have these in 6 years' time, 10 years' time, they're the brushes that you get. I love that. Like, so there's some standout brushes for me from Sigma. Like, they have the E36 and it's this teeny tiny blending brush, and I love it. I love, anytime I see it on sale, I'm like, I should get more of these. Like, how many? But
I'd buy this set.
yeah, I like this.
I'd buy this set.
Yeah, I would as well. And I mean, again, it's all blending brushes. I have quite a few of these. Like, even the brush I just picked up there was the E40, and that is included in the set. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful brush. Like, that's what that one looks. It's sorry. I'm at that point in my life where I'm a little bit obsessed with brushes, but I do think they've picked some good ones to include into a blending set. I would have liked them to have included the E36, which is the little one.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, I think they missed a trick there that should have been in there. But other than that, I quite like that. I got tagged in this to death. Are you guys all right? This is Morphe, and they have done a collaboration with, forgive me for possibly mispronouncing her name, Avani. So there is the For the Bebs Artistry Palette. It's $30. The Vacation Luminous Bronzer for $20. The Woe and Glow Face and Body Illuminator for $12. The Love Me Lip Duo. They come in either the black or a red. They're $12. And the Lil Beb Mini Lip Gloss Kit for $19. Now, the eyeshadow palette is a really interesting one because there's 20 eyeshadow shades, but then there at the very bottom there is 10 cake liners.
I don't buy Morphe, and I want to buy this.
Oh,
I already got it.
Same, I bought it as well, and I bought the red lip kit because I was like,
I wasn't interested. I just got the palette. I got a 30% discount in the email, and I'm like, stashed.
I think this is really smart. I really,
Very.
for that price, to get 20 shadows, and I think the color story is really nice.
Oh yeah,
I really like it. And look, think about, we have talked about cake liners how much on this channel?
A lot. And you get 10.
To the point that poor Rebecca, I think, is just not able to deal with it anymore. But that you could get 10. This is obviously not a Rebecca palette as a result. She would just like saw off the bottom part and be like, no. But I think that is so clever to include those 10. Like, that is so affordable. Like, by the time I bought that and added on a discount and got the lipstick as well, I think I spent like €35 or something.
That's amazing. I really like the look of the bronzers as well, because there's 3 very different tones there. Yeah. Like a more yellowy tone, a more neutral tone, and more red tone brown. And I just think you could do quite a lot with those. They're really nice shades of bronzer. Just speaking as an MUA, I'm quite interested in them.
Colourpop sneak peeked this and they're like, we're doing another collaboration with Disney. And I was like, oh, of course you are. And based upon the sneak peek that they were giving, I was like, this kind of looks like Lizzie McGuire. And it was. I find it interesting that they've come out with this because there was meant to be a Lizzie McGuire revival, but that ended up getting axed. So this was obviously meant to be in line with that, but that all fell apart. I can see the inspiration I am brought back to the noughties in this with all of the glittery, balmy school disco. Sorry, like I'm still a little bit traumatized. So I just like, oh, like I understand this. I look at this collection and I totally see the period of time for Lizzie McGuire. Like I get it. And I think a lot of people are going to get that for the nostalgia. That's it.
Yeah, I think they've done this color story a few times before. I mean, it fits the theme, and if you don't own it, I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
I will say the blushes, and I'm quite like, I love lip gloss tubes. I think they're quite old school, and I never get bored of those. So I enjoy those, and I think they're cute. But for the palette, I said before, it looks a lot like the garden variety, reminding me so much of it. But like, yeah, it's fun. It's just not for me.
I think it looks like garden variety, just more bland. It looks very bland, too pastel. It looks like kids' makeup again, like a child makeup.
Yeah, and that's interesting to me that they've done that, because anybody who would be buying something on Lizzie McGuire would be about
the age group.
Yeah, because that's what we grew up on. And I can't see a lot of us necessarily wearing that. I think people will get it just out of sheer nostalgia, but it does feel very Claire's Accessories to me.
I'm calling it now. Then at some point in the next year, Colourpop will do rollerball lip glosses. Oh, I'm just calling it. I bet you it will happen, and they'll be flavored.
Oh my gosh, you guys went bananas over this as well. This is Fenty's new Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. It's in 25 flexible shade options apparently, and it is available now for $29.50.
Don't know if it's worth that price. How much do you get in it? I do like the component though. I've always preferred like that as opposed to a pump, because you could get every drop out.
Yeah.
And it's more travel friendly. Good shade range.
Yeah, the shade range isn't bad, particularly when we're looking at, they're saying it's a light coverage, so they can get away with having less options, but they're still covering quite a few dark tones. Let's face it, people would go after Fenty if they didn't, because they'd be like, rah, 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 are you not the one that's meant to be doing this? Grr, arg. For me, I'm not looking at this and being all like, ooh, because if I wanted like a light moisturizer or whatever, there's cheaper options out there.
Exactly.
Like there's like, even if you just wanted a very nice light coverage, there's like the Elf CC cream, there's the Revolution Pro CC cream. They're pretty darn good. I have that on right now. So like,
yeah, it's too much money for such light coverage. I was just reading the description. It's like a tinted moisturizer for $30. I'm like,
yeah. And like, I've been looking at the KVD Apple Balm foundation, and like, that is properly making me do a double take. And like the coverage of that, and there's only like $1 or $2 in the difference, and I'm like, well, I want the one that is gonna absolutely
do more. Yeah.
I'm like, I want that one. That's the one I want. So for me, this doesn't appeal to me, but I know there's a lot of people out there that they live for this sort of thing. This one, okay, this is Jouer, and this is their Blush and Bloom Cheek and Lip Duo in Amelie. It's available now. It's $32. It's vegan. Now, what I found really interesting is that this is already on Cult Beauty, and Cult Beauty put it onto their Instagram. And Pie of Pidonia, thank you for tagging me. I am specifically mentioning you because you have an eagle eye. She was looking at the video and the picture that came along with it on Cult Beauty's thing, and she said, well, look, this actually looks like there's a filter on here, because you can see that things start to get blurred. And she tagged myself and my bestie Robert Welsh. So me and Robbie, you know, we're besties. I haven't included that there because, you know, you go find that. That's your homework. Come back to me. You know, that's the lecturer in me. But I did find that interesting, that is obviously, that's a an issue around like false advertising, etc. But Cult Beauty, to their credit, replied straight away to her and said they take that really seriously and they're going to investigate that. So well done them. You know, I suspect they probably had images, etc., that were forwarded to them, because obviously they wouldn't be doing that themselves. So I really like Cult Beauty. I find them to be a really good, reputable retailer. So I like the way that they were dealing with that. Onto the product itself. Look, if you know me, you know I'm all about the cream blushes, the liquid highlights, the cream highlight. I'm getting to a point where I think powders don't look fantastic on me because I'm getting closer to the Crypt Keeper. So I do love a cream blush though, but I have so many in my collection already.
That's so expensive.
It is super expensive.
You can buy a palette for that.
Yes. This is the way that my little brain works. And at least with powder products, like, yes, on the label it's like use within 12 months. But look, if you're on here, you're probably like me and probably have things in your collection that have been there for many, many years and are past their expiration date, but you're still using them and it's fine. And that's fine with a powder product. Don't actually quote me on that. This is where I'll get sued. But like a cream or a liquid product, that's where the issues kind of
bacteria builds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So spending that much for a cream product that you would basically have to be like, I shall use you as much as possible until you're done. And
I'm assuming between 12 to 18 months, maybe 6, depending on how well the product's made. Not worth it.
I'm not ready for that kind of a commitment in a blush and a highlighter. You know, like it seems like
there's too much conversation about this little piece of poo. I'm looking at the next slide already, Teresa. I'm just Googling over it.
That's it. Oh my God. Right. I want this. Like, there's no preamble for this. I just want this. I have said this before. Clarity Cosmetics has been on my radar for the last couple of months. And every kind of new release that they're coming out with, I'm just like, oh, that is quite nice. I do quite like that. And this is the one that I'm like, oh, well.
I just like the name of that green. Call me on my shell phone.
I love it. I absolutely love this.
Beautiful.
Because this is more like of a pastel-y thing, but it's the sort of pastel-y colours that I like.
Pastel neons.
Oh my God. Even the fact that they're a US brand, so are tricky for me to get, I don't care. I want them.
I want them.
I want it. I need it. Get into my basket. I'm assuming, look, Elena has no bloody excuse because she is in America. Right? She has to get,
but $48 for 10 shades, I'm like, bye. I'm not that interested. I think it's highly overpriced.
So then the next thing we have is Juvia's Place are coming out with the Eye Prime, Eye Prep, an eyelid primer. It's $12 and it comes in 3 different shades, light, medium, and dark. A lot of people are going gaga over this. Because, I mean, Juvia's Place almost has like a little bit of a cult following. You either like love it or you're like, you haven't heard of it. I mean, I'm not one that gets excited over eyelid primers, but I think this makes an awful lot of sense for their brand. That's something that they don't have.
Oh, yeah.
And they've just been steadily adding to their collection in terms of like the products that they have. So this is just the natural next step for them. And the fact that they are getting a UK branch, well then.
Yeah, not
same size as P. Louise, it would work out cheaper because it says here it's $12. So bang for buck, not bad at all if it's a good product.
Yeah, but I do love my Revolution Eye Base. Revolution Eye Base is even better than P. Louise to me. I mean, I like it. And Teresa's sitting there, smoosh and concealer her eyelids.
Well, because my best friend Robert Welch told me to do it. He said that'll give you the best possible results. There'll be no creasing. I need him to be my best friend. Somebody take like a video of that and send it to him and make him be my best friend. Coercion. not dodgy at all. This is becoming a weird video, like most of them. So yeah. Okay, this next one, I got a chunk of tags on this. And when I was initially tagged in this, I was like, why am I being tagged in this? This is old. This has been done. This is apparently new. Now, I need to also alert you to the fact that these pictures came from Huda's account, and underneath it said, asterisk, these images have been edited.
Oh.
So take it with a pinch of salt. Now, I'm glad that they've said that and they've made that clear. Frankly, kudos to make that clear. We literally just talked about that earlier. So in terms of the color stories, I mean, I don't find them interesting at all. They're very lackluster at a push. The kind of mustardy one is the one that I would be the most interested in.
I don't hate the colour stories, it's just been done before, but I will say this. I do love the tortoise shell components and the tortoise shell bags. I think that's really nice. Yeah. And I would buy the bags, but I can imagine them being a bit expensive, but I do really like that aesthetic.
Yeah.
So props to the packaging because it's really pretty.
Yeah.
But
I like the
for the rest of it.
Yeah. Well, the palettes themselves are $29. They also have these Brown Obsessions liquid matte minis for $33. So you get 4 of the liquid lips there. You can get the Brown Obsessions kit. So that would include like the eyeshadows.
Strange thing to call it. I'm obsessed with brown.
Yeah. For $45, you can get the mini matte liquid lipsticks, 1 tortoise shell bag, and 1 Brown Obsessions palette for your choice for $45. So actually that seems like pretty good. If you like any of them, that would be the one to do. Because if you look at even just the makeup pouch, that's $25. And the mini beauty case then is $27. So pricey enough. I made an executive decision here because yes, I know you guys dictate the content and say, oh, include this or don't include this. I think I got maybe 1 tag in this, but I love this. And this,
me too. I love that.
My show, I guess. I don't know. It is, yeah. It's on my channel. So I choose what goes in. And oh, sweet merciful Zeus, I love this. I've already put this into my basket. I
love this too.
Oh,
again, too much money.
I love that thing.
But it's beautiful.
Oh, I don't care. I love this. I think it is gorgeous. This is Alien Cosmetics. It's their strawberry milkshake palette and it's $35 US. So it's available now for pre-order and they should be shipping it out in May for my birthday. So obviously,
treat yourself.
I need this. I love it. I love it.
That's a problem. That's a problem getting you a gift because you buy everything yourself. It's like, how am I gonna know what to buy you? You're like, you grab everything, and before I know it, everything is gone already.
Yeah.
It's so well curated. You can actually make a look out of the whole palette, and you don't need anything else. Like there's a light color that you blend, there's a dark. It's perfect.
Yeah. Well, I can see where it would fit in with my collection as well. I'm like, oh, you would have friends here.
It gives me very holiday vibes, but a bit different. I like it.
It is actually. I can see that. I love this. I genuinely, like, I got excited. So, like I said, I made the executive decision. This had to go into this section. I wasn't putting this into the lightning round, right? And you can come at me. Like you want to do the editing fine. Yeah. Next one then, again, I got a lot of tags in this. This is Ofra Cosmetics and their collaboration with Samantha March. Now, Samantha March is the one who basically came up with the Will I Buy It series, and this is what this whole series is essentially not modeled off, but there's a lot of inspiration drawn from that. I enjoy her content as a YouTuber. I think she's very nice. She's very sweet. And looking at this makes a lot of sense for her. She has beautiful green eyes, and she always says that she likes purple in her eyes, and they look beautiful. And I think actually, like when you think about how expensive Ofra's highlighters and whatever products are, you can get that whole palette, you know, with the eyeshadows and the products for $39.
That's really good.
Yeah. I kind of want it.
I might get it only if the bronzer on the bottom right is matte. But like the eyeshadows are really nice. I've not seen Ofra do all cool tones as well. So I think for a lot of people that like that formula, but like a bit something different, I bet you Tia would love this. She'd be all over it.
Yeah, I love this too. It's beautiful. I love purple.
This is also very Rebecca. I think this is stunning. And for $39, you really can't go wrong. And like Samantha is, like I said, I like her content, and she's just a very nice, down to earth sort of a person. I've been watching her now for years. And it's just nice to see her getting a collaboration with them, because she's had previous collaborations with them in the past. I've bought those collaborations. They're very good quality. And yeah, I like them. There's also like is it a lip gloss trio? Yeah, lip gloss trio for $29. Now, I mean, I'm not really into glosses, but like it's not bad for $29. But it's more the paletty thing that I'm interested in. I like the look of that.
The next thing's about to piss me off.
Yeah,
I know, me too.
Is this why you included it?
well, this is I've never gotten tagged so much. Like I was like, why have I got so many tags? And when I went onto this next post, this is NYX and their travesty. Sorry, I meant Tetris. And I had like about 8 or 9 people all in a row had tagged me on Instagram. Now that's a lot for me. I know, I'm a small channel, get over it. And Amina actually made a really, really good point in one of her comments, which was, why did they not do lots of mini palettes that were different shapes that you could slot together to make one cool looking big palette? And I was like, that would have been the thing to do. That
not only that, like, why it's just like the QING palette. That's what I thought it was when I first saw it. And what upsets me is that the cover packaging is awesome, like it's bang on, but the eyeshadows just upset me. And as a gamer, I'm offended to think that that would be aimed at me. No thanks. The only thing I might be interested in, that I do like the look of, but I do think is a bit expensive,
liners,
the Epic liner kit. Like the pencil liners. I think there's a nice shade range in there. Those are kind of cool, and they could have put more neons in to.
I agree. That's the only thing out of that I'm semi interested in. But I will say I have the Barry M high vis liners. They're cheaper, and I prefer the colors of them. So
another one gives me anxiety. I'm looking at the palette. It looks like a dollar store special or AliExpress. It looks so cheap. Like they really missed the mark with this.
Oh, beyond. The mark is in a different country. This is like, it's so poorly edited. Like so poorly edited. There's the same color in there several times. Like
screams made in China.
It does.
Exactly.
Like, you know, there's like that episode in Friends where they say like, oh, and the nuns worked on it until they were blind. I'm like, is this what happened? This is what happened.
Oh no.
This is terrible. This is so bad. And I mean, they should have come out with some really cool, funky neon colors. That's what should have been in there. This makes no sense. So moving on, this is the last thing that we're going to talk about in depth, and this is Disney collaborating again with Spectrum. So they've collaborated with them before, and they have a couple of different things. So they have their Key to Wonderland pencil brush for $29, two-piece Alice Tear sponge set for $15, the Cheshire Cat kabuki for $22. I kind of love that. And they have a 10-piece Alice brush set for $72. And they have the White Rabbit makeup clutch bag for $43. Okay, can I just say though, what, and I'm assuming a few of you are on the same wavelength as me, a white makeup furry clutch bag, that's going to get filthy within a week, if even. Like that is going to be ratty and gross. But I love the look of it, but I wouldn't.
It's so cute though.
I wouldn't use it as a makeup bag.
I think my cat would love to jump on it and eat it. He looks just like it.
Yeah, he'd be like, "It's me."
Buy it for your cat as a snack.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I like Spectrum brushes, so I'm not going to say anything like against it.
I think this is more for the collectors.
Yeah, and that's fair. It's not for me. I like the Cheshire Cat kabuki thing, but that's because it's a cat. I'm very predictable, if nothing else. But that's it. That's the stuff that we're going to talk about in depth. We are now onto the lightning round. So strap yourselves in, get that cup of tea ready because we're going to get through this ASAP. So the first thing is Revolution. Yay! They have some hair care stuff. So they have some detangling brushes and they have various hair masks. So the brushes are £6 and the hair masks are £7. Then Revolution have some skincare overnight stuff. So they have a cleansing oil, they have a sleeping mask, they have a restoring concentrate, an eye cream, and a calming dream mist. And they range in price from £8 to £14, or you can get all of them together for £40. They're also attempting to very clearly dupe Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Glow Splendor highlighter and lip balm and the Glow Splendor fan highlighter. Then Pink Honey have this Violet Vibes, presumably a brow thing, but they've said that if you purchase this, you'll be put into a competition for £500. BH Cosmetics then have their Flower Power collection. So they have the eyeshadow palette for $12. They have a blush palette for $12. And then they have a Flower Power brush set for $18. Titmouse then have some gems. It's like, it's almost like the owner knows what we're all like. And so she has these gems, they're £1 each to get a set, or if you want some money off, you can use the code Kylie10 for 10% off. So you can get them for the low price of 90p. Don't break the bank. It's pretty darn good. We sneak peeked this last week. This is Rebel Rouge Labs, and this is their Gods and Monsters palette. It's $25.99. We have Perlice, and they're coming out with a Blush Glow BB cheek colors. They're $18 each. So Buxom have their Plump Shot Collagen Infused Lip Serum. And they're like, oh, look at how much bigger it makes your lips look. And it's like, yes, because you've literally lined the lips. That is an optical illusion to make them look. That's why we have lip liners. We are not stupid. Anyway, have some new Pro Base stuff. So they have a new Pro Base foundation stick. It's in 20 different shades and it's £6. Barry M have a peach lip scrub for £4.99, and they also have their new That's Swell XXXL. So it's £8.
I want both.
Yeah, and it's essentially like it's a lip plumper. Chrissy is a bougie bee and tagged me in this. This is Jimmy Choo, and I assume that Chrissy is going to do a legendary haul on her channel with all of these. For the low price of $65, you can get
low price.
Yeah.
Just sell your kidneys, you can get the lot.
Yeah,
and then the nail polish is $48.
Walmart, $4 for
Exactly.
some nails.
Exactly. KKW then have some new lip sets. Each set has a matte lipstick, a lip liner, and a gloss. They're $38. Cara Beauty then have their new shadow and glitter palettes. So there's 3 different ones, and they're $24.99 each. I think the 2 palettes at the bottom are whatever. The one at the top is relatively okay, but I also wouldn't bother buying it. So. Charlotte Tilbury have a new Look of Love lipstick in Nude Romance. That's available on their site now. Iconic London are launching skincare. They have their best skin bundle for 119 Australian dollars, their ultimate skin serum for 77 Australian dollars, and their 360-degree roller for 71 Australian dollars.
That's so expensive.
Although the Australian dollar is very weak.
That's still expensive. It's like 50 quid or something, isn't it? 40, 50 quid.
Yeah. Then we have Hollow Taco. They have their For Art's Sake. You can get each of these polishes for $11 each, or you can get the whole bundle for $40. MAC then are launching a liquid version of their Love Me lipstick range. So they're available now. Winky Looks then have their pH gloss. They're $16. Kester Black then have 3 limited edition nail polishes. It's apparently inspired by New Zealand. So there you go. This next one, I was like, oh, is this not Sample Beauty? No, it's sugar-coated cosmetics.
Do you know what I thought it was? The Violet Voss hashtag at first.
Yeah. Looks like that as well, yeah.
Wait a minute, this is iMagic. iMagic has a Jacqueline Hill dupe just like it. I almost bought it.
Is this white label? Who knows? We're not saying anything. You can come to your own conclusions. You're smart people. Le Roc, they have their Pro Artistry Book Chapter 2, so 48 shades. Yeah, it is what it is. Pat McGrath then have their Dark Star 006 version 2 and their Lust 004 version 3.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like all of this.
Yeah.
I was really sad I missed out on her eye gloss last time. This holographic gloss looks stunning. I'm not gonna lie.
We then have Glow Recipe, and they have their Avocado Ceramide Recovery Serum, and
Ooh,
that is available now, really, by the time this is up, and this is $42. I like Glow Recipe, so
I've yet to try them, but I've heard nothing but good things.
yeah, they're nice. They're nice. We then have Olaplex, and they have their number 8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask. Well, that is available from April 6th, and it is $28. Herborian USA and some skin stuff. So this is a silicone-free and non-tinted, what is it? Like a bare skin
Thank you. More silicone-free products, please.
Yeah.
I'm always for that.
1.4 ounces for $39, or you can get 0.5 ounces for $20. So Naturium Skin. God, I hate trying to pronounce these things. And they have a brightening complex bioretinol and niacinamide serum-y thingy, whatever. I'm so professional. This is $22 though, so not bad actually for skincare stuff. Then we have Makeup by Lisa UK, and there's some new 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. Sugar Drizzle Polish then have this palette. It's grey toned and it's $29. I don't hate it, and there's a panda on it. We then have the Makeup Pharmacy, and they have some new singles. They are $7 each. So yeah, I like those.
That's affordable.
Yeah, we have Cake and Bake Cosmetics, and they have their Banana Split palette. And the palette then is $25.99, but it's on sale at the moment for $19.99. Eyes of a Majesty have their Nude Majesty palette for $25, and they have their Birthday Beauty for $35. This is a mishmash of 9-pan palettes, and this is from Kissed by True. They are usually $20 each, but they are on sale at the moment for $14.99. 50/50 Makeup then have their Crystal Highlighters. They're €11.95. I think it looks actually kind of interesting. And then they have this eyeshadow palette then as well for €22.50. Very shimmer heavy. Mocha P Beauty have 2 new palettes. They're like part of this manga trilogy that they have. So the Monster Girl is this pinky toned one. Why are they using like semi-naked girls?
Because that's part of the theme. I will say the palette with the greens in looks like one of the Kimchi and Naomi Smalls palette.
Then we have Coupe by Kai. They have their Glamours collection. They have a 6 shade of Glamorous lip gloss. They're $18 each, which seems quite pricey. And they have the Glamours eyeshadow palette, which is $53.
Expensive, but I will say that for a neutral palette, it covers all grounds of both warm and cool tones, and a nice amount of them.
Pulse Beauty then have some new eyeshadow bases. They're $10.99 each, and they also have a concealer that's coming out as well. We have the Baddest Takeover, and they have their Kush Babe 420, $30. No, I've talked to you about this. It's an interesting palette, but then they do that theme. So no. We have Out Cosmetics, and they have their Pastel Magic Eyeshadow palette, which is confusing because it's not very pastel at all.
I was just thinking that.
Beauty Spot Cosmetics then have their eyeshadow palette. This is £26.99. We talked about this brand last week. This is J Heartbreaks Cosmetics. It did cause Tia to giggle. They have their Resting Bitch Base for $35. Their Aquarius Serum for $18. Tears of My Ex's Spray, $30. That's for $26, and they're vegan and cruelty free.
You know what? They had fun making this, it seems. So, you know, if that's your thing and you like that kind of, you know, I get up in the morning and put on the Tears of My Exes and all that. Just, you know what? Go for it. It looks like fun.
Sure. We have Lucky Lips. They have their lipsticks for $13.50 each. They have liquid lipsticks for $12 each. Lip glosses for $10 each. A lip scrub for $9 each. And you can get lip pencils for $6.50 each. Baby Bat Beauty have some new lash styles. They're kind of interesting looking. Don't hate them. Foolish Hustle Lashes have their Foolish Ways palette, and you know they're cool because they're spelling ways with a Z. Lorena Makeup Cosmetic, and they have some new duochrome.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, those are pretty.
Yeah. Don't hate them, but I'm seeing so many duochromes that I'm kind of like, okay. I'm sleepy now. Queen KM Cosmetics, and they have their Milk and Fresas. It's a lip balm, I guess. XZX Cosmetics have a new matte liquid lipstick in the shade RIP. JD Glow Cosmetics have their I'm Glowing Shimmering Body Mist. I'm assuming that Daniela wants that.
Yeah, if it looks like it's a more affordable version of Body Lava, and I know how glittery their products are, so I want them all over up on all of this in the summer and down my legs. Just yes, one of every color, please.
M Cosmetics then have their Spring Bloom set, so they have their brown brush tip liner, a color drops in Little Lilac, and lip cushion in Angel. It's $59. We then have Blushing Rose Cosmetics, and they have this pigment bundle. It's 65 Australian dollars. So actually, when you convert it, that isn't that bad. We then have Tarte with some more interesting things.
The more 50 Shades of Beige.
Yeah, so they have their collection, which I'm like, really, I don't feel like a man-eater would wear this. This is more like Girl Next Door, but okay. And they have some liners and bits and pieces, so there you go. Lancome then have their Tint Idol Ultra Wear Highlighter Stick. They're $39.43 each in 3 different shades. Peachy Queen Cosmetics with their Soap Brow Wax for $14.99. Riza Lashes then have their Best Bud Quad. It's $40. It gives you 4 different lashes. I think they're
I really, really want those black and green ones. They look really cool.
Yeah, I like them. Yeah. And they're also coming out with some multi-chrome pigments as well. Makeup Maniac Cosmetics have some more eyeliners. Apparently they're coming out with a bundle of those, and they are also releasing some Maniac metals in 3 different shades. We have Cam Cosmetics and their highlighter palette, so there's 4 shades in that. HSR Beauty then have their lip glosses in 5 different shades with tacky looking components, but there you go.
I thought it was Jeffree Star.
It does look, it looks like an AliExpress version of J-Star, that's what it looks like.
Jeffree Star, but bought off Wish.
Yeah, reality versus expectations. Yeah. We have Kitty Cat 808, and they have their Mermaid Lush Matte Lipstick. Dior have their Dior Lip Glow Balm line in 10 different shades. Paul and Joe and some new shimmering eye duos. They're coming out April.
They look meh.
Yeah, I like the packaging, but that's it, We have Live Glam, and they have their Live Glam Lippy Club, so 3 different shades, $19.99. We have Drama V Cosmetics, and we can really properly say they have 50 Shades of Beige, because this is just
brown, 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 brown.
It's a SHNT palette.
Yeah. Essentially,
Poopy brown.
Oh, it's terrible. Wicked Sisters Cosmetics then have their New Wave Collection mascara, 5 different shades. Give Them Lala Beauty and their new Hydro Gloss shades in 3 different shades. Nude Sticks is releasing their Heaven and Earth kit. It's $80, has 3 eye pencils, 2 face products, and a blush. Ivy Lovely Beauty and the Magical Girls collection, so it has an eyeshadow palette and 3 matte liquid lipsticks.
This offends me, the artwork, like who wants this? No one wants this. No one asks for this. Why does it exist?
That's what I say to myself about myself every day.
Teresa.
We then have Major Makeup Labs, and they have the Everyday Face Palette, $45. So yeah,
that looks so cheap.
Yeah, it looks like, God forgive me, but something you'd pick up in Primark or Pennies,
or worse.
No, that's not saying anything about Primark stuff, because I actually think they do some really good stuff. But like, what, $45 for this? Sorry, cheap packaging. Do better. If you're going to charge us that much, make it look good. That's all I'm asking. Ava Turner Cosmetics then have their all-in-one brow product, so it comes in 2 colors. But do brows only come in 2 colors? Okay, $10 each. We then have It's Belle Cosmetics and their Color Stroke Mascara. So there's 4 different shades. You can get them for $8.99 each, or $32 for the bundle. Don't think that's bad. Cosette Beauty then have their Metallic Eyeshadow Palette, and this is what it looks like. Armani Beauty then have their Lip Power Longwear Vivid Color Stain, or Satin rather, lipstick collection. 5 different shades. By Terry and their new brightening CC palette in Beach Balm. It's $65. We have Metamorphosis BF, and they have some new Panda powder bronzers, and they come in 3 different shades. Zoeva, oh god, like I love Zoeva and their brushes, but their palette, like, what are they doing with this? This is their Together We Shine collection. Do we really? I suspect we don't. The big eyeshadow palette is $30. The travel palette is $20. The face palette then is $26. The Joy eyeliner is $13, and they come in 4 different shades. And the brush set then is $65 US.
More light diarrhea shaded palette.
So bad. What are they doing? Homegirls Beauty, they have their Homegirl Code eyeshadow palette. Gem Beauty, they have their La Flor Pastel collection. The whole bundle is $79.99. You could get we have Sasaki. Don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm very sorry if I got that wrong. It's a Korean owned brand, and they basically have some face blush, matte liquid lipstick, and a glitter brush set. That's it in terms of the new releases. We are now on to the sneak peeks. I'm not doing enabler alerts on my channel anymore, because by the time this goes up, all of that is old news. So instead, if you want to know about sales, head on over to my channel, because I'll put all of the newest information as I can find it onto my community tab. So we're now on to sneak peek. So Vive have these eye wand things. Alien Cosmetics then have kind of said that they're coming out with this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I really like the look of
I
it.
like the shade range in this a lot. It also kind of gives me, the sugar pill capsules that they did. Gives me that kind of vibe.
Wayne Goss's Radiance Boosting Face Palette. So there's 3 duos, and that is coming soon to Beautylish. Notorious Artistry Water Activated UV Meta Liner Palette. Beauty Mark Cosmetics. This is their cat collection. And what are they trying to do to me? There's like a bright, vivid green in there, and there's a cat on the front. Like, what are they doing? Like, I get
That's
it.
so cute.
They want me to buy stuff. Like, and I kind of don't hate it, and I do think it's actually just the packaging.
That looks like my Shenji, the white one. That's
It
so low.
does. Oh. Linda Hallberg seems to be coming out with some new liquid lipsticks, so I think that's quite interesting.
I immediately want the brown she's using.
Yeah.
That's me. I am such a whore for brown and nudes.
Islay Cosmetics then is coming out with some new glitters. I like it. I could have used that today.
That's such a graffiti looking vibe for a glitter.
Wink with Ink then are coming out with some new pigments. They're neon. This is Lucky Lashes. They're Glam Now, Smoke Later. Of course, it's marijuana themed. I love the colour story. I really like it. And then they do that. Lollipops Cosmetics, and they have their Doki Doki eyeshadow palette, which is coming out soon.
So Heartbeat eyeshadow palette.
Guerlain then have their Bloom Summer 2021, which is coming in 2 shades. Light Bloom and Sun Bloom. Dandelions Cosmetics, they're coming out with some new shades. They all look very metallic, so that's quite interesting. Gemini T Cosmetics have the Haim eyeshadow. Alien Cosmetics then have another sneak peek from this, and I'm wondering, is this their duochrome palette? M Cosmetics and their multi-chrome magic collection.
Oh, I love all of those colors.
Clarity Cosmetics, and they're coming out with 4 new single highlighters. We have the Trampy Vamp. I love that.
What a name.
And they have their new chunky glitter palette.
That's really not eye safe at all. And most people put it in their eyes. It hurts me a little bit, especially with those sharp. I mean, the stars and the moons, they're beautiful. They're never eye safe, and people still sell them.
Anyways, guys, that's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle. Head on over to Daniela's channel this evening at 6 o'clock UK.
I'll be live with Kerry.
Yes. And do check out Elena as well, because she's live on Mondays. And like I said, she has Fridays are a drag. Stay with me also. Don't leave me. Don't abandon me. I do things not very well, but I do them. On Tuesday, I will have a reveal of the Lois Cosmetics lashes. So if you want to
also, hopefully soon, I'm going to pester Teresa to be a guest on my channel live.
I would like that.
And we're going to do some graphic liners.
Yeah, I'm also going to come onto Elena's channel. I've invited myself on.
I'm going to invite Daniela to my channel. Why don't we do 3 of us?
I love that.
Okay.
I'm so down for that.
Love it. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm so for that. So, like I said, keep an eye on all of our channels. We're pretty darn cool. That's it. Do please like, comment, and subscribe. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, wrap it up. Don't be gross. That's it. That's the end of the video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.